Good afternoon, Colombia. Good evening, Zimbabwe and Southern Africa. And good morning to the rest of the world tuning in. My name is Isabella Michael, and I'm an advocacy specialist with students and youth working on Reproductive Health Action Team, which is a youth-led organization in Southern Africa, currently implementing in Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Malawi. Today, I'm here to present about the Speak and Solve initiative, SASI, and how our organization, SAYWHAT, uses this initiative to mobilize young people for the family planning agenda through the power of debate in Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, SAYWHAT partners with the Ministry of Higher and Tertiary Education to implement our project across campuses in institutions of higher learning. To date, we implement in over 50 tertiary institutions, and we disseminate information, ensuring that young people, when they just start getting freedom during orientation, throughout their campus life, they have accurate information about sexual reproductive health and rights, and they can fully realize their reproductive health rights. So about 8 years ago, SAYWHAT launched the Speak and Solve initiative, and with the goal to assess knowledge retention level of students after disseminating information, as well as providing a platform where students and young people can provide solutions to the challenges of their time. When the initiative started, we only had resources to support 10 institutions. To date, the initiative has grown. In 2025, we hosted the tournament with 16 out of 18 universities in Zimbabwe. The tournament is produced from the SAYWHAT studio of choice, which is located in Zimbabwe, and this is a televised tournament on national and regional television, and students in universities and young people in general have come to love the tournament. The SASI debate takes the British parliamentary debate style, and it has gender sensitive representation from the participating universities, ensuring that we have 2 participants, 1 male and 1 female in the tournament. So I want to speak about the 2025 debate tournament that we had this year, where we had the Family Planning 2030 agenda as one of the central themes of the tournament. Students and young people had the opportunity to demonstrate that they know and they understand the Family Planning 2030 agenda. They understand Zimbabwe's commitments to Family Planning 2030 agenda, and they had the opportunity to also debate and contribute their ideas and solutions to one of the conundrums that we are facing in family planning today. One of the motions that they debated on was on cost recovery framework. They were debating and putting their position forward on whether women who can afford should pay for modern contraceptives in able to help government increase domestic financing. I'm pleased to announce that as I speak to you today, our government, through Zimbabwe National Family Planning Council, the Ministry of Health and Childcare, and with support from United Nations Population Fund, launched Zimbabwe's cost recovery framework during the 2025 World Contraceptive Day. And it pleases me the most to say this because as SAYWHAT, we contributed to the development of this framework, bringing forward the ideas that young people brought forward through the SASI debate competition. I would like to say what pleases me even more is how young people have appreciated this tournament. At the end of the 2025 SASI debate, young people expressed how an average young person in Zimbabwe may not know about FP2030 agenda, but through the SASI debate, they know what Family Planning 2030 agenda is. Through the SASI debate, they know what Zimbabwe committed to Family Planning 2030 agenda. Through the SASI debate, they have an opportunity to come forward and also contribute to some of the framework that are being developed at national level to increase domestic financing for family planning. At this moment, allow me to to let the young people speak for themselves and how they've received the SASSI debate and family planning 2030 agenda.
Being in this quiz has taught me a lot, really, from the issues that we're facing as young people, as young women, as disadvantaged groups, a lot. There are some things that we read for this competition that I would never read on my own at home. So really it's enlightening, and well, I encourage people to join and participate.
From this competition, I've had to intensively put a lot of effort so as to find out about other topics that I normally don't read. So as the youth, normally when we go on social media, when we buy data, it's usually to just look for the trending stuff, the stuff that doesn't build, nothing much to do with development or anything. But because of this debate, I managed to find out about some things that I never even thought of. I managed to force myself to think outside of the box. I do understand that the other points that the other people were raising about how the boy child also needs attention are very critical, because the majority of people who are doing drugs and so forth in the streets, they are the boy child. So I feel like for sure they are being neglected, and I feel like the government should work a bit more towards that, including them.
Competition was really tough, competitive, because there were some very great teams, and we're very happy that we made it. I'm very happy that I prepared well, and I'm very happy that I could critically think on my feet. The motions, I would agree to say they were challenging, but they required one to think outside the box, to look at what problems do they really intend to solve, what solutions really matter the most, and what stakeholders are to benefit the most.
I think I've benefited a lot from this experience. I've gotten to understand more deeply what young people think about the issues that are happening in the world, issues to do with health, issues to do with climate action, issues to do with AI and technology.
So you have heard for yourselves, young people appreciate the SASSI debate, and they appreciate the motions that we bring forward as SAYWHAT and how they get to contribute to that. In closing my session, I would like to say we only have 18 universities participating in this competition out of over 50 tertiary institutions in Zimbabwe. And more institutions and young people have reached out to us with the desire to also participate in the SASSI debate competition. And we hope with resources we can increase this competition. I will also want to say this is a very scalable model, that as SAYWHAT, as we grow beyond Zambia, Zimbabwe and Malawi across Africa, we would like to replicate it in all these countries. And lastly, I would like to take this opportunity to announce that this competition, like I said earlier, is a televised competition, and the 2025 edition of the competition will premiere on DSTV 3K TV channel on the 17th of November 2025. The quiz debate will be happening on Mondays at 5 p.m. and the SASSI debate will be happening on Tuesdays at 3 p.m. And if you're not in Southern Africa and you don't have access to DSTV, you can also follow and watch the episodes of the 2025 edition of the SASSI debate on the SAYWHAT Zimbabwe YouTube page. With this, thank you for listening.